wasn't jealous of these countries. It wasn't a fit of jealousy that made it want to overthrow it. It wanted to control them. And if it couldn't control them, to destroy them. So that's why the United States sought to isolate and overthrow their leaders. And the most distressing leader to American strategists was Sukarno in Indonesia. He'd led the resistance to the Dutch Empire in 1945, and in the mid 1950s, he'd negotiated with China and also became the largest recipient of Russian foreign aid alongside Cuba. And Indonesia had a very large Chinese population that played a major role in its financial and commercial economy, as it does throughout much of Asia. So the United States organized a bloody coup. It killed up to over 500,000 Chinese. It was a racist coup. It said all Chinese are potentially communist. They all have to be killed. And literally, I'm told by the witnesses, the rivers were red with blood. There was a mass ethnic genocide, and all of the American hatred that had been towards China since the 19th century was expressed in this, and America installed a vicious military dictatorship under General Suharto, very much as it had done in Guatemala and in Iran under Iran, and as it did in Chile when America wanted to overthrow the sort of wimpy socialist presidents there. President Henry Kissinger quipped, "I don't see why we need to stand by and watch a country go communist due to the irresponsibility of the people." The issue is much too important for the Chilean voters to be left to decide for themselves. Well, that's what America means. America created democracy there by not letting the Chileans decide for themselves, but by putting in General Pinochet and start to install free market principles and organize Operation Condor to assassinate about a reported 60,000 labor leaders, progressive academics, land reformers, and liberation theology Christians throughout Latin America. There was a huge decade-long assassination program from Chile to Argentina to Brazil to Paraguay, all over Latin America. And all of that was to prevent other countries from going communist. And the upshot was a legacy that such as followed. Hillary Clinton overthrew Honduras's president Manuel Zelaya in 2009 when he sought to do something like what Guatemala had tried to do earlier. He tried to promote a modest land reform, and Clinton said any attempt at land reform is communism, it's socialism. Essentially, the America is describing prosperity for any other country as communist and socialist. Well, what better slogan can you have for communism or socialism than what America accused it of being?